is how ready you are.
You think that the Igbo should support Peter Obi? Maybe the aspiration of an Igbo man.
Let me be honest with you. I'm a member of APC, and I don't want to discuss Peter Obi. I've told you this before in this channel. I don't want to discuss Peter Obi for any reason. Not for anything, because I don't want to discuss him. You can ask me about the leader of my party, I will answer you. Whether the question is right or wrong, I will answer you.
Each time I mention Peter Obi, you become suddenly uncomfortable.
No, because I don't want to discuss him. I've told you before, Sean. Yeah. Any day you want to discuss Peter Obi with me, give us 2 hours. You be in the model, keep him there and keep me here. And we'll be able to sort it out. This is what
Peter Obi, he wasn't even your generation of governor. He wasn't your class of governor. All of a sudden, does it look, because he's now looking like a leader of the Southeast?
No, politically speaking. It's not my leader. It's not my, I am the most important politician from that zone. I have won 2 states before of PPA. I have run for president before. My 4.9 million vote is still there. It's 2007. And we achieved a lot with PPA. We had ministers, we had ambassadors, we have all kinds of appointments with President Yaradua. And you cannot be telling me anybody can run for president. But what I want to tell you, I want you to discuss issues that concern.
Because I mean, Peter Obi seems to be the most popular Igbo man.
No, why don't you believe it? No, you are making it. If you're in Labour Party, keep it to yourself.
Who?
You. And any day.
That was Senator Orji Uzor Kalu, the senator representing Abia North, and also who was a former governor of Abia State, arguing with Seun Okinbaloye of Channels Television on who is more important in the Southeast politics between Orji Uzor Kalu and Peter Obi, former governor of Anambra State and the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 presidential election. To be honest, Seun Okinbaloye is being disrespectful to Peter Obi, because why did I say this? Peter Obi is the most important politician in Nigeria today. Outside whatever anybody can think of, Peter Obi is the most popular politician in Nigeria today. Peter Obi is not in competition with Orji Uzor Kalu over popularity at all. Peter Obi and Orji Uzor Kalu, they are not in the same league at all. Orji Uzor Kalu also knows it, and that's why he was also being careful to answer all kinds of questions thrown at him. But if I have never heard Seun Okinbaloye talk about Atiku Abubakar as the leader of the northern region or northeast. So why should he be talking about Peter Obi that is the leader in southeast? Peter Obi is a national leader. Orji Uzor Kalu is talking about that he won presidential, he contested for presidency in 2007 and he got 4.9 million votes. That's a story for another day, but the issue is that he can't compare himself with Peter Obi. Peter Obi is a national figure. Peter Obi got 10 million votes that was slashed down by INEC to 6.1 million votes. And he presented evidence to show that he got 10 million votes. Like they say, local balance is not more to get 10 million votes in Nigeria. And Peter Obi got 10 million votes with a political party that is unknown. We are talking about the Labour Party. Labour Party in 2019, their presidential candidate, Mohamed Zaki, got about 5,014 votes, or thereabout, in whole Nigeria. 4 years later, in 2023, Peter Obi used that same platform to get 10 million votes. That's not your mate. It's not the mate of any politician in Nigeria today. And that's why he's been under a barrage of attacks, because those who are attacking him, they have access to the real results. So they don't want a repeat of what Peter Obi did in 2023 to happen in 2027. That's why they are doing everything to frustrate him, using every legal bottleneck, using every instrument within their power, buying over people to destroy Labour Party, to destroy any party that P2B even have interest of going to, if they can be able to destroy that. Because they have the real result. If you don't have the real result, why are you bothered about the person that got third position, according to INEC? It is because you are aware of the real result. You are aware of the real winner of that election. You are aware of the reason why INEC deliberately switched off the electronic transmission of results. It was because of P2B. So P2B is not in the same league. And P2B should not be boxed into a corner that he is a Southeast leader. Orji Uzor Kalu can celebrate that he's a Southeast leader. But even in the Southeast, he knows his position. I doubt if Orji Uzor Kalu can be able to deliver any state for himself in Southeast. Let us assume he wanted to contest for presidency in 2027. How many can he deliver Abia State to himself? Is it not because of his abysmal failure that today Alex Otti is a star? Because there was virtually nothing to compare Alex Otti with, except the abysmal performance of Orji Uzor Kalu, Theodore and Okezi Ikpeazu. So the idea that P2B should come and debate with him, what is he going to say? What is he going to say? If P2B is standing there, is he going to say that he performed better than P2B when he was governor of Abia State and P2B was governor of Anambra State? In what way can he say? Is it in terms of integrity? Is it in terms of what P2B left in the bank for succeeding administration? Is it in terms of the record that P2B made with the education sector, with infrastructure, with security, with destroying the godfatherism? Is Orji Uzor Kalu not part of those who wanted to create godfatherism in Abia State and destroy the state, literally? It was through godfatherism that after he left, Theodore came in, and all these people keep on coming in. So what is he going to say if he said they should invite P2B? What are you inviting P2B? What are you inviting P2B to come and talk with you for 2 hours? On what ground? You support Tinubu. You know the reason why you are supporting him. It's because you want to get back to the Senate. That's the reason why you are supporting Tinubu, so that Tinubu will also, the APC machinery from federal level, maybe they will use it and help him to return. That's basically it. It's not because of, he knows it, that there is no way when it comes to leadership that P2B and Tinubu can be weighed in the same scale. If not in Nigeria, even Tinubu ought to have been disqualified from even contesting for presidential position. Once Tinubu submitted his INEC form, where he felt that he never attended primary school, he never attended secondary school, but he attended university, that was a red flag that in a decent society they would have stopped him, that this is not possible. You never attended primary, you never attended secondary, but you attended university. Where is that done anywhere in the world? Where is that done? Where is that done? But that is the person that he's supporting over Peter Obi, a man of impeccable character, a man, there is no trace of corruption linked to him, a man who was left office and he's not enjoying pension like Tinubu and Orji Uzor Kalu. A man who is living a sacrificial life and want to do that for Nigeria. And P2B is a national leader. And Seun Okinbaloye did disservice to Peter Obi by saying that Peter Obi is a leader in Southeast. Peter Obi is a national leader. He is the most popular leader in Nigeria today, the most nationalistic leader this country has ever produced right now in Nigeria. Even in the last election, while every of his opponents were pandering to ethnicity and religion, Peter Obi was straight on what he wanted. Peter Obi was the only one that was on record to say, vote for me because I'm competent. Do not vote for me because I'm a Christian. Do not vote for me because I'm Igbo. Vote for me because I have the competency to be able to do the job. Tinubu was saying, vote for me because I'm Yoruba. It is Yoruba turn. Emilokon. It is Yoruba turn. It is my turn. Atiku Abubakar was saying, what the North need is a Northern president. That was people that competed with, that were in competition with him. They were all pandering to ethnicity and religion. Peter Obi was the only one that was straightforward on what he wanted. That let my character, let my capacity be your judge on who ought to be the president of Nigeria, who will be able to move this country from consumption to production. His messaging was apt, what he was about to do and what he wanted to do. Moving Nigeria from consumption to production. The others were talking about, it is my turn, it is Yoruba turn. What they not need is a Northern president. Those were there. So for Seun Okinbaloye to pretend as if he didn't know this and was trying to put Peter Obi in the black bracket of those who are running based on ethnicity is not being fair to Peter Obi. And these are the kind of things they do. And I've never seen where he called Tinubu a Southwest leader. But he wants to classify Peter Obi as a Southeast leader. He's a Southeast leader. Peter Obi is a national leader. Far more nationalistic than Tinubu in terms of even the votes of the last election. Where is more nationalistic, like Abuja, where Peter Obi floored all of them, including Tinubu, because Abuja is the center of Nigerian unity. Peter Obi beat Tinubu mercilessly and Atiku Abubakar. None of them could even get up to 25%. And it was because of that they now changed the rules. Even Supreme Court bought into it. That's why Nigeria is a laughing stock. It's no longer required that you have to get 25% in Abuja. All thanks to Peter Obi, a national leader, who was able to show that indeed Nigerians want a leader who can deliver. But our leaders, Tinubu, Atiku, and all this, what they are doing is pandering to ethnicity. And that is what Seun Okinbaloye was trying to do in this interview. And Orji Uzor Kalu himself didn't help matter by the way he was intervening, saying that he is the most important politician from Southeast. Peter Obi is not struggling with you about who is the most important in Southeast. Peter Obi is the most important politician in Nigeria today. If you are in doubt, go and verify. I don't know what you think about this Orji Uzor Kalu interview that have been trending, where he says the most important politician from Southeast, that is more important than Peter Obi. But in this video, I have shown you that Peter Obi is much more than that. Peter Obi is the most important politician in Nigeria today. I don't know what to think about this fixation with Peter Obi by all these politicians. But whatever is your position, let's hear from you at the comment section. Thank you for watching this video. And if you are new to my channel, you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Hit the subscription button, hit the notification bell. When you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, anytime I have a new video, you'll be among the first to know. God bless you. And please don't forget to like this video, because when you like it, Google will rank it high and recommend it for more people. Thank you, and God bless you and yours.